Hello everyone, welcome to another weekly market review. Today is the 10th of February 2020 and we have absolutely been smashing these markets week after week. Do remember, since the beginning of January, we have been absolutely killing the crypto market. So let's get down to it. Here's the total market cap. It's pretty much hit our double bottom target. We were looking at somewhere between 290 to 300 billion. So we topped out at about 289, and essentially the double bottom has manifested for now. We're also looking at these fibs on the daily time frame, and now you can see we have broken out of the 618. But essentially we are again at resistance, and after having made a big impulse, there is a probability of consolidation here. Not much more to reflect in this chart. This chart was the leader. You know that this chart was the leader, and that's how we began the journey for this bull move. This was where it was encoded in the total market cap. So again, it's just weekly level after weekly level. Over the last month and a half, the last 50 days, we've just been smashing them. This 200 billion was the first one, and then 220, then we took out 250. Now we are sitting under this 295, 300 billion. There is no suggestion that this is over, considering that the halving is so close by. But what I expect this week to be is a bit of a sideways chop and grind. So here's the altcoin market cap. We have hit the double bottom target and also the 100 billion target that I have been screaming for all the way since January. This is where we first took along the SR flip and the midpoint of the channel, and we basically had a 2x entire market cap wide, but so many of the big movers like Dash, ETC, BSV, BCH, we caught all of them. So it's good, 200-300% moves across the board, all on margin. It's been an absolute gift, this crypto market currently. And I've been getting a lot of DMs asking if I have a group or what is going on over there. And what I want to say is that yes, I do plan to open up something for the public. Currently it's only a private group, and possibly some kind of an education system where I can mentor you guys and be with you guys, and eventually have you get into my private group if you can prove your accuracy. Because if we want to kill these markets, we want to kill all traditional crypto options markets, then we do need accurate traders on our side. We do need to find that accuracy. And if you guys can't prove yourself, in these forums that I will introduce after receiving the education that I have to give, then yes, most definitely we can have at least one exclusive group for all those people who do get trained out. So you can send a word out, do DM me if you are interested in this kind of a setup. And it is busy right now, guys, and being full-time traders, there's so many opportunities to essentially take out time to do this is another proposition altogether. So yes, in the spring I am planning to do this. Tell your friends, you yourself as well, if you do want to be a part of this, then drop me a message, and I will keep you in a list, and I will keep you in mind for when I do end up starting this project. So we at Subverto Club, this is essentially what we want to do. We want to bring out a set of great traders who are trading a very profitable system. I do share a lot of what I think over here, but there is a lot more behind all this accuracy that you guys are experiencing this whole while. So yeah, send me a shout out, and let's see where we can go from here. For the altcoin market getting back to it, let's look at it on the 1 hour. So essentially, I think the drop that I was looking for um, towards this weekly level, this alt perp chart you had seen, was looking at this weekly level. But considering what we've done right now, it is quite probable we're going to go sideways right here, and these tops of 95 billion are going to hold. So my plan would be to wait for this to play out. I had some buys over here for the shorts that I had, but I'm going to wait to catch a bit of a retrace and close shorts and open longs, guys, because this along with BTC has played out the shallow retrace scenario, which it has been playing this whole while. So it is possible we do get a bit of a sideways, and this is where we consolidate for the next leg up, and that's the big impulsive leg up for BTC, possibly 10,800, 11,100 for BTC. And eventually, guys, what I do want to tell you is that if this is complacency for all BTC pairs, when BTC really truly gets impulsive, and I think we can hit something like 13,500 somewhere along the previous highs. If when it does truly get impulsive, that's the time when all BTC are completely going to lose strength. So keep that in mind when you're wanting to long this. For a swing trade, I would still prefer BTC over here, because if you catch it at somewhere around 9,000, you can trade it all the way up to whatever 12 and 13,000. But on the shorter time frame, as long as correlation between all BTC and BTC USD remains, they will be more profitable plays for alt USDs. So also the fork coins, do keep a lookout for them, because they have a halving in April, so they should top out next month. BCH, BSV, so they would be the ones also I would be interested in. I think BCH still has some more moves in it. And I'm not so sure about BSV because we've already done a 6x, but you never know. And so yeah, just keep that in mind. Watch for this retrace, and you'll be able to manage your risk from these tops and this high. This looks like a nice retrace, and testing this top and a very nice reaction, but there'll be a lot of FOMO longs. I expect them to get shaken out, and we should possibly get another retrace to at least this 96 billion level, and you can take another long up from here. So I had two scenarios I wanted to discuss with Bitcoin, but before I could make the video, one of them is playing out. So I had drawn out this support. This is basically a daily block over here, which once we did get above this 0.75, which we had, this provided support, this held as support, and my aggressive scenario was a wick right into this block, and that's essentially exactly what we've gotten. So what I would project right now and what I would understand from this is that yes, there is a lot of aggressive buying in the market, and I would expect possibly another retest of the top of this block at 98.50 or so, and then for the market to show continuation. So this was basically the dip to buy, and it was very aggressive. There was about 50 million longs that got liquidated, and I would possibly just expect another retest of the top of this block anywhere between 98.50 and 98.70, and after that I would expect BTC to show continuation, and we've manifested a double bottom target pretty much exactly. We were looking at 10,100 and 10,200, and we topped out at about 10,170, 10,180. Yeah, it was 10,185. So this is the scenario for BTC. If we want to zoom in a little, let's drop down to the 1 hour. So yeah, this 10,000 block may provide some kind of resistance for a retrace. What I would do is I would drop some fibs in here, and yeah, so this would be the most ideal if we get a 98.20, 98.30, retest, another fear wave and then a retest. If we're too aggressive, it is possible that even 9900 holds. So yeah, I mean, this dip, considering the reaction, this dip is for buying. And on this retest, whatever shorts were there, that those should be closed. If you took the shorts up here with me, not for BTC but alts, they did drop harder. I did have some sells down here. So on a retest of this, I would be closing my shorts and looking for upside, both in BTC and in odds. Basically, these cycles, they are very aggressively expanding, and this is the time when price gets violent, and it's a great time to be making money, guys. So let's get it. Quick update on Nasdaq. I was expecting a short squeeze, and I mean, this is all shorts, guys, like getting squeezed because of the fear induced. All the early shorters are now pretty much wrecked, and you should understand that this move had a lot of momentum. If you want to catch the downside late, it is okay. It's going to be a big move, so it does not matter. It is possible we still get another week or two of chop and grind before we do start moving downwards. But this is my big resistance zone, and we've hit right at the bottom of it. I had another one here, and it was possible that we would drop from here. But yes, this news that came out pretty late, the drop happened first and then we had the news, so there was an imminent short squeeze coming. We've gotten that now, so still looking for downside on this and going to be waiting patiently for a setup. It is still very possible, considering the magnitude of the move, even the magnitude of the move that has to come down, that it has to cool off, and we do get some more chop before absolutely decimating this entire move that we made up. Here's gold, is the last week's scribbles on gold, and we were basically thinking of getting some kind of a stop run before showing signs of continuation. So we have taken out these lows right here, found support at the daily level, and now we are looking for continuation. Again, it really depends how long there is a chop in the traditional markets for the metals to show something, is basically the risk of assets like gold. So it is possible we get this consolidation, but it is consolidation below a big resistance, and it's forming some kind of a pennant right here as well. So there isn't, I mean, they don't always very cleanly play out, so generally I don't draw these, but it is possible that we still continue to chop, but nonetheless it's below resistance. So for me, that is bullish, and eventually we should be manifesting first target of this yearly open, 1675 on gold. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and go ahead and share it with someone else. And if you have any questions about what we covered today, please leave them in the comments and I will be sure to get back to you or answer them in my next video. For more trading content and education, go ahead and click on the video on your right. Thanks for watching, guys, and cheers!